Dear passengers, life in Kyiv is unbearable. But it's our fate.
By some miracle, we are still alive, and I'm reporting on Russian war crimes. So let's get started. What's the news in Kyiv? What's the news in the capital of freedom?
This is especially for my new pets, Russian bots and trolls. Thank you, you are so funny.
Ukrainian Army for Ukrainian heroes. Glory to the СУ and glory to Ukrainian heroes.
Постійно прилітає, заходять групи ДРГ, і їм байдуже, чи то буде їхати машина цивільна, чи то буде їхати машина з військовими. Вони розстрілюють все підряд. Біля границі зараз дуже опасно і цивільним людям.
Hello everyone, greetings from the capital of freedom. In this video I will show you how we, ordinary residents of Kyiv, live in our city during the wartime under regular Russian attacks. Yes, by some miracle we are still alive. So let's get started. I do promise in this video there will be no air raids and no explosions, no Russian missiles, no consequences of the evil Russians attacks. Let's talk about something positive.
Chicago. Hello to Chicago. Yeah, drones are everywhere. It's a sign. Yes, I'm strongly determined to assemble a drone.
And I do promise I will assemble this drone for the Ukrainian army. But maybe you will see this video in 2 or 3 weeks, because I do need time to learn and to understand how it works. But it is my challenge, and our never give up society, our never give up community is ready to accept this challenge.
But firstly, I should buy spare details for my drone. No, I will make 3 drones. For my kids and for me. Oh, and what about my pets? Okay, we will assemble 5 drones.
So, what's the news in Kyiv? Today is, let me think, today is the 27th. No, today is the 28th of January. And today I will show you my Kyiv. It's very, very cold, so I'm a real Ukrainian hero. Look at my fingers, they are absolutely frostbitten. Okay, let's get started.
So, nothing has changed in Kyiv. It's rather cold, it's drizzling. And right now I'm going to show you how we live in the capital of freedom. Typical Nazis are walking along Kyiv streets, and right now Russian pilots are launching missiles at Ukrainian Nazis. Look at these Nazis. Okay, Ukrainian children are running to a bomb shelter. This is kindergarten. Hello, Russian pilots. You are not warriors, you are killers. Poor Ukrainian children.
You know, I'm not good at commenting, So I decided not to comment on that accident with the Russian airplane 76. I do know, okay, I'm sure that there were no Ukrainian prisoners of war. Firstly, there is a solid evidence that there were no Ukrainians on the board of that plane. And secondly, the reason is pretty simple. Russians are lying all the time. If a Russian doesn't lie, you should check if this Russian is alive. But you know, this case is an example of Russian psychological operations. Today I decided to tell you about the first day of the full-scale war and to illustrate how Russian psychological operations work. So, the 24th of February 2022, we woke up to the sounds of explosions. I even managed to have one class. And then, maybe at 11 a.m., my kids and I went to the shop to buy some food and water supplies. When we came, the shelves were absolutely empty. We managed to buy some cats' food, some candies and water. All people were in panic. They were quiet, nobody wanted to talk, but there was one man, very nice gentleman in his 30s, and he was smiling. He was trying to help everyone. He even helped me. He advised me where to get large bottles of water. And then it appeared there was a huge queue to the checkout, and that man was standing behind my back. As I've said, there was silence, and then suddenly that man took his phone and he started calling someone. I will try to cite his conversation. It was like, "Hi, bro. How are you? Oh, no chance. Just forget about it. No way. 3 regions have already surrendered to Russia. Oh, there is no point in fighting. Are you kidding? There are more Russians and they have better weapons. Have you got any money? I can send you some money. You should go abroad until you can." Everyone was paralyzed with horror in that queue, and I think there were 20 or even 30 people, and I also. But when that man repeated the same conversation, maybe for the 4th or for the 5th time, suddenly I understood everything. I just turned to him and shouted, "Shut up!" Okay, and one bad word. I'm a linguist. I'm allowed to. So, on our way, and he stopped immediately. On our way home, my children asked me, "Mommy, why did you shout at that nice, helpful guy?" And I told them, "Didn't you understand? He was the Russian agent, and he was trying to convince us that the war has been lost already." And then my son asked me, "So, Mommy, why didn't you arrest him? Why didn't you catch him?" And I told him, "Oh, I'm just a woman and he's a huge man." And then my son said, "But there were lots of people in that shop. All together, you could detain him and you could call the police." You know, when you are in a state of panic, you just can't act irrationally. Rationally. My English is getting worse and worse. And on the whole, I think my cognitive abilities are fading because of the permanent stress. Sorry, sometimes I'm making mistakes, but I don't edit these pieces of video. Shame on me. And I'm trying to find words. The most terrible part of this story is that in 7 months, I met that man, that Russian agent again. And for sure, he recognized me because we were staring at each other maybe for a minute, and then he just left. And again, on my way home, I was thinking and talking to myself, like, why didn't you catch him? Sorry, there is a strong wind, a real. Yes, I'm a real hero. So, what I wanted to tell you, they are everywhere. I mean, Russian agents, they are everywhere, and it's really scary because they are carrying out these psychological operations, and they do work sometimes, like in the case with that plane. And you know, I feel for sure Russians will kill those Ukrainian prisoners of war. Okay, let's change the topic. Let's talk about prices. Today I'm going to show you a special shop. It is called second-hand shop. Do you have such shops?
In my recent videos, I told you that because of the inflations, Ukrainians have no money at all. They're trying to save money and they don't buy new clothes, no electronics for sure. And look at this shop. Such shops, second-hand clothes shops, oh sorry, thank you, have become very popular recently. Okay, let's go to this shop. Maybe we will buy something. It is open. People, it's crazy. It's easier to buy something new. It's absolutely crazy. Look at these prices. $40 or $30. No, 40. Okay, 30. I'm bad at math. I think it's time to go home. It's not our story. What are they buying here?
But I never talked about real estate prices in Kyiv. No, it's better not to risk. Okay, let's stay here. So I never talked about the real estate prices, and I think prices in Kyiv haven't changed much because the population actually is the same, if I'm not mistaken, 3 million people. And why, you may ask why? Because, you know, almost 9 million Ukrainians have, have moved abroad, and many people from Kyiv have moved abroad. But so many internally displaced people moved to Kyiv, and that's why we have the same population and actually the same prices. But today I wanted to talk about prices for, can you guess? Can you guess? Okay, I will help you. Every time when I see debris from the Russian missile or drone next to my house, or when I see hundreds of burned out cars of the residents of Kyiv, I checked the prices for the underground parking spaces, and you know, the prices are absolutely unreasonable. Before the full-scale war, the price, an average price was 10, 11, okay, $12,000. Now the lowest price is $40,000. Can you imagine? So for $30,000, you can buy a small apartment in Kyiv. But for a few meters of underground space, you will pay 40, sometimes even $70,000, because the key word is underground. In Kyiv, underground means safe, because life in Kyiv is a lottery.
I think now everyone in Kyiv is dreaming about having underground parking space. But it's a luxury. Richie, where is your F-16? Richie, F-16.
Thank you for watching. Pray for Ukraine and goodbye.